So, you're wondering what case to put your money into to gain huge profits. Well, you found the video. I'm going to be going over the best short-term option, long-term, safest, riskiest, and the best all-around case. So this video is absolutely packed. There's going to be timestamps below so you can skip around to which one suits you. Alright, so the very first case I'm going to cover is for people who are looking for the safest option. This is best if you want to preserve your capital or you feel worried about the potential up and downs coming up within the market, be that the operation, new case coming out. Whatever the reason, this is going to be the least likely to tank down in price, and that is the Chroma 3. Now there's a couple reasons behind this. The first and the main one is it's maintaining a really high demand despite its age, with the only other outlier similar to it is the Chroma 2, and so you might as well get the cheaper one for the better ROI. And then of course it's also a more expensive case, so it inherently has less volatility due to the lower volume. But because of its high price point initially, it's not going to see the greatest returns in the world, but we're looking for the safest, and this is one that I can see being very consistent over the next while. CSGO Empire offers a 0% buy or sell fee with a full peer-to-peer market system, meaning if you're worried about community bans, it is not mandatory to put your API key in, so there'd be no way that Valve knows where you're trading. This market has high liquidity and an auction system where once you list your item, anyone can bid over that price for the next 3 minutes if they wanted the skin. If it doesn't sell within those 3 minutes, and it gets listed onto the market for that price. This allows you to snipe some deals as low as 95% above, and once you sell your skins for coins, there's no wager requirement to withdraw. Thank you to CSGO Empire for sponsoring this video. Now, the other option that will be brought up if I don't mention it is operation cases. And while they are technically speaking the safest case you can put your money into, I find it hard to justify because it's so expensive. And so the Chroma 3, while being slightly riskier, will likely give you better return to make it worthwhile. Alright, so now that you know the safest option, it's only natural we go to the riskiest. And don't confuse this with a long-term choice. It is risky because it has really high reward and has potential to not pay off at all or even go down. And so I'd hope if you're looking for this kind of investment, you're either looking for a bit of a gamba or you're not worried about losing the money you're putting in at all. And so my choice would be the snakebite case. And again, there's two reasons why. The first is going to be that it's already at a very low initial price point, and so you'd most likely be able to sell on volatility, meaning if it spikes up really fast, you sell off quick and gain a lot in ROI because it's so cheap. But the second reason, and the reason I like more, is because I believe it to be the most likely candidate to be removed from the active duty drop pool, and so if you can hop on that before it gets moved, big profits, baby. And I think snakebite is going to be removed over the others simply because it's the cheapest case and has the lowest demand while being the second oldest. And in my mind, the demand is key here because the less something is unboxed, the less key sales that Valve gets from that case, meaning if they remove fracture, they're going to lose out on a lot more key sales. And of course I won't lie, but this is quite speculative, which is why I put it in the riskiest investment. And if you're saying that's way too much risk for me, I just want to make a little bit of money in a short time and buy a cool new skin, well, I got you too, because now I'm covering my short-term pick for cases. And with the goal of short-term investing is you want to make safe but marginal returns within, I don't know, a time span under a year, let's say. And so we'd want it slightly riskier than Chroma 3, but way less riskier than snakebite, and that lands me on Spectrum 2. A couple reasons for that, but basically it's going to be a very similar case to Chroma 3. It's older and has maintained good demand, with the one difference to Chroma 3 being that it is cheaper, meaning higher potential ROI gains. And so that difference is going to be big enough to justify taking it for the short term over Chroma 3. But shifting gears a little bit into the longer term options, and the goal with long term is specifically on ROI, which normally means cheaper items. That leaves you with the clutch case, and the clutch case is a really intriguing one for me, specifically because it's so cheap, while throughout its lifespan of being in the active duty pool had insanely high demand, and it still maintained a lot of that demand after it got moved to the rare drop pool. The only issue is it has a massive supply, which unboxers will take a while to chew through, but that's not necessarily all bad, because that's why it's so cheap right now, meaning a really good long-term pick. And now, we are finally at the greatest case to invest in right now. No matter what your goals are, this one's gonna be a good option, and that's gonna be, drumroll please, the Prisma 2 case. And it's normally a toss-up for me between Danger Zone and Prisma 2, and this time, Prisma 2 has beat it out, and I think it will continue to beat it out for one reason specifically. And that reason is that Prisma 2 has maintained higher demand relative to the average unboxing compared to the Danger Zone case, meaning even in the dips, more supply is gonna be eaten through, or just over overall, which is really what put me over the edge for Prisma 2. Other than that, there's nothing too special that you haven't heard a million times. It's just a good option. Now, with all these cases in mind, it's normally a good idea to mix and match a few of these options. All I'm saying is just don't put all your money in one case just because I told you so. Just don't be stupid. You're welcome. Best financial advice right there. But yeah, that's all. If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe. If not, I will cry. I mean, I'll cry anyway, but you'll like add to the tears. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, bye-bye.